and everybody was scared to talk about it because he'd have him killed.
Joe Rogan has covered plenty of controversial topics over the years, but when he started talking about Leonardo DiCaprio and his connection to Diddy, things took a different turn. What began as a casual podcast conversation quickly escalated into a deep dive into one of Hollywood's most overlooked relationships. It wasn't just about fame or photos, it was about proximity, timing, and how one of the world's most famous actors kept appearing in the orbit of one of music's most powerful and now most questioned figures.
Probably not public information yet, but who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
It's Leo. You're like, damn it.
God damn it.
Leo struck again.
Well, if she's over 30, you don't even have to worry about Leo.
Not over like 23.
Yeah.
30. 30
That's
is
like
like
what I
over
saw.
the hill.
Remember the photos of Jeff Bezos and his girlfriend,
Would she
Leonardo
like
DiCaprio? Yeah, she was like smiling at him, and then Jeff Bezos like was joking around about pushing him off a cliff. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, you don't have to worry about her, bro. She's 50.
P. Diddy party. This is what happens to the white man.
It's so unfortunate.
You gotta pull back though, so they can see. That's crazy. Matt, move out the way. You're still alive. Look at that. Look. What you?
Look at the drink on his head.
And that's James from Simeon Mobile Disco. He is a actual DJs aren't supposed to pass out, but when they come to one of my parties, this is what happens to them.
What's going to happen, though, you think?
Well, Diddy's going to be in jail for the rest of his life. I think he's probably going to get
Think he's
hit up.
insane, though?
I don't know. I don't even think it matters.
But then it's just another
There's
Epstein.
there's
It's another
murder
Ghislaine
cases.
Maxwell,
But
where
there's
somebody gets
murder
indicted and
cases.
nobody else. Indicted for trafficking kids to
Right.
no
to
one.
to no one.
I got my MTV out.
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
Everybody hung with Diddy. That's the other tricky
Yeah,
thing. Like, Diddy
that
hung
is
out
the
with
thing.
everybody. And I've spoken to a bunch of people who are like, yo, great dude, like, always there for you, never asked for a single thing.
Till 1 a.m.
And then
Then
freak off.
everybody
the gates.
says, get out of the house. It's just amazing how many people on the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala. Too.
Yeah, seriously. It's like insane.
Publicly, openly, like
Yeah.
all in.
Yes.
It's-
It's like J-Lo like was like his ex-girlfriend. and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm
Is
like,
he the
well, wait a second.
Babylon
So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Right.
Well, maybe we shouldn't trust her opinion.
Then there's also like people that are elites, and that's their thing. Like their thing is to do something that is horrible, and it's not available to other people. So it's like, I think there's like a sickness that people have when they have power, like extreme power, and then what else can I do? What else can I do? What else is what else is taboo? What else is forbidden? The thing is, like, we're getting the rumors from the internet, and the internet thinks that the Taliban took out that bridge in Baltimore. So it's like, who fucking knows? Who knows what's real?
That's what Diddy's lawyers, I think, said. It was like that these are just trumped up charges. Not trumped up, I don't think they said that, but like bullshit charges.
Dude, when Homeland Security invades your house,
You got problems.
with dudes with fucking guns and body armor.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed, at all. Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I should.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying?
Leonardo DiCaprio was a rising star in the 1990s, young, talented, and on the fast track to global fame. Diddy at the same time was becoming a major force in the entertainment industry. On the surface, their paths shouldn't have crossed very often. Yet Joe Rogan pointed out that the two were seen together at more than a few private events. Not red carpets or public ceremonies, private parties that weren't meant for young actors just starting out. Rogan began piecing together old interviews and behind-the-scenes footage, zeroing in on specific moments where DiCaprio appeared visibly uncomfortable when asked about his early industry connections. One interview from the mid-90s stood out. Leonardo paused awkwardly when asked about who he was spending time with in Hollywood. Back then, it flew under the radar. Today, in light of everything coming out about Diddy, it feels like a clue that was ignored. According to Rogan, Diddy had a pattern. He didn't just surround himself with musicians or fashion icons. He was constantly seen with up-and-coming actors, especially those on the brink of stardom. That raised an important question. What was the purpose of these connections? Was it just networking, or was there something more calculated going on behind the scenes? Joe didn't make direct accusations, but he made one thing clear. Diddy's influence stretched far deeper than most people realized. The photos Joe referred to weren't just blurry shots from distant events. Some were close, personal, and clearly captured in VIP settings. One showed Leonardo sitting among older celebrities and business moguls in a room that didn't match his age or career stage at the time. Rogan said the photo was too exclusive, too private, and asked why no one questioned these setups back then. Joe also slammed the entertainment press for their silence. Big-name reporters, editors, and PR teams helped shape Diddy's legacy, and in doing so, helped protect him. How did no one ever say something, Rogan asked. Why was he always allowed in those rooms with rising stars? And why did no one bat an eye? It wasn't just a question of Diddy's behavior. It was about the system that let it all happen. Rogan's warning went beyond just Leonardo. He brought up other young talents who had early contact with Diddy, people like Justin Bieber and others who've since distanced themselves. In every story, the pattern seemed to repeat: fast fame, sudden access to elite spaces, and Diddy right there in the background. Joe Rogan argued that these were more than coincidences. They were signs of a larger issue the industry never wanted to face. Leonardo has never spoken publicly about Diddy, and according to Joe, that silence might have been intentional, not because Leo did anything wrong, but because speaking up could have ended his career before it even began. Staying quiet may have been his way to protect himself in an environment that punishes people for challenging power. Joe Rogan ended his segment by warning viewers that Diddy's fall isn't just about one man being exposed. It's about a web of protection finally unraveling. As more people come forward and as lawsuits mount, those who once stayed silent are finding the courage to speak. The image Diddy built for decades is falling apart, and when it does, Rogan says, people will start asking who else was there and who helped keep the truth hidden.